What's up, YouTube? Gemini Jets 13 here, coming at you with the first Gemini Jets Airport update of the new year. For me, not. There's probably been a few videos up in the past 3 days, but this is my first for the year. Packed with a lot of just a lot of movement, kind of a lot of planes, and so yeah, we'll start with the other terminal where the other airlines park, CLT. We'll start at the AirTran gates. They have two gates. This AirTran Airways 717, beautiful 717, is heading over to the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. This AirTran Airways that just pushed back, or it's pushed back and it's ready to head out, is heading to Baltimore. Then our JetBlue A320 in the Diamond's tail is going to push back pretty soon, or immediately, after the AirTran moves out, and it's going to head over to the New York John F. Kennedy. Right here, United A320, service to Chicago. We have two Delta A320s. The first 320 is going to Detroit. The second A320 just arrived from Salt Lake City, and it's going to push back, and it's going to go over to the overnight stand, so other Delta flights can come in and unload, and this flight will go back to Salt Lake City in the morning. It's a 7:45 departure. Right here we have a empty gate, and then we have a Delta 737-700 service to Atlanta Hartsfield. Over here, runway 15 right, we have a Delta A319 with service to Minneapolis-St. Paul, which is one of my favorite airports. I love MSP. It's a beautiful airport. We have a U.S. Airways A319 Allegheny. This aircraft is flying up to Allentown, PA tonight. We have a Delta A320. This aircraft is heading out to the New York LaGuardia area. U.S. Airways A319 Piedmont, service to Portland, Maine. We have a U.S. Airways A321, service to Seattle, Tacoma. We have a U.S. Airways CRJ 200. This aircraft is flying over to Roanoke. And we have a Dash 8-100 flying over to Fayetteville, North Carolina. We have a U.S. Airways CRJ 900 that will be heading over to Norfolk. We have a CRJ 200 Air Canada Jazz, which will be pushing back momentarily, head out to Toronto Pearson. Over on runway 15 left, we have a U.S. Airways A320 with service to Orlando. U.S. Airways Philadelphia Eagles service to Jacksonville. U.S. Airways 734 service to Philadelphia. We have a U.S. Airways 733 service to Albany, and I'm just keeping that in there just for a little bit because I find it a very pretty plane. Over here, U.S. Airways plane just pushed back from Alpha 8. This aircraft will be flying to Phoenix. We have a JetBlue that just arrived and just landed on runway 15 left, and this aircraft came from Boston. It's going to head back out to Boston once it embarks and then be pushed back. We have an Atlanta Falcons that just landed from 15 left, and it will be landed from Baltimore, and it will be going out for a later departure to Atlanta. Over here, we have a U.S. Airways CRJ 700 that just arrived from Northwest Arkansas, and it will be pushing back later for a flight over to Dayton. Right here, one of my 739s, fictional flight, but maybe it'll come. But this aircraft just arrived from Atlanta, and this will be the last flight out for Atlanta tonight at the airport, for Delta at least. Starting with the terminal, at the terminal area, we have a U.S. Airways A319 PSA, which will be servicing customers to the Cleveland area. A U.S. Airways 757-200, which will be flying out to the St. Martin area tomorrow. Aircraft is going out to Baltimore and coming back and then going to St. Martin. We have a U.S. Airways 734 with service over to Hartford. We have a U.S. Airways A320 with service to Bermuda. We have another A320 that's going to push back to the Denver, Colorado area. U.S. Airways A321 service to Tampa. And then U.S. Airways A321, two A321s, the one closest is the flight going to San Diego, and this one is heading over to Las Vegas McCarran. One of my other favorite airports. I love that airport, actually. I like a lot of airports, but focus quick. Okay, we have a Lufthansa Heavy Flight 429 with service to Munich. This flight is a daily Munich flight. It's actually 6 weekly. It doesn't operate on Saturdays, I don't think. Or it does not operate. I know that for a fact. U.S. Airways A330-300, heading to London Gatwick. U.S. Airways A330-300, heading to Frankfurt. U.S. Airways A330-200, heading to Rio de Janeiro. And this flight just pushed back, but this A330-200 is heading over to the Orlando, the Orlando area. Right here we have U.S. Airways 767-200. This aircraft is heading over to it's heading to San Juan today as the last flight out, and it'll be the first flight back from San Juan. So I'll give this a shot. I'll fix that later. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up. We'll head over to the nothing really new at the hangar, but all there is just the U.S. Airways America West plane and then a solid 340. But very heavy traffic areas, very busy airport. I was going to bring my other Delta A320, and I have 4, but let's just not go overkill with 320s. Deltas, we don't need all of them in at the same time. 3 is exactly what I wanted, actually, for Deltas at Charlotte. That's just a perfect sweet number for them. We have a lot of A320 flights. I have 2 more AirTrans coming. Let's see, they're not all going to be in one airport update. I'll probably just have take the Falcons one out, and I'll just switch different ones out every now and then. But some cool thing I'm doing is before AirTran ends service, I'm going to do a retro day, like a Charlotte update with retro stuff. So you're going to see Independence Air. I'm going to try to snag a ATA 738. You're going to see a lot of AirTrans. Back in the day, we had 14 daily AirTran flights instead of 7. And then the retro JetBlue routes, the 4 daily JFK, the 3 daily Boston, and the 4 daily Boston and 4 daily JFK, and the 1 daily Fort Lauderdale. And then, like I said, I'll try to get an ATA, but it's gonna be a really neat thing, because you'll just see a bunch of different carriers that fly here, and you'll see more planes of different airlines that used to, but economy's kind of slouched down, so that's most of the reasons due to cuts in Independence Air. We sadly know they kind of just went out of business in 2006, but yeah, so that's I hope you like all the traffic. I really enjoy keeping the AirTrans here. I love AirTran, obviously. It's favorite airline, of course. So that's going to conclude the video, so thank you for watching.